Hello everyone, my name is Kiara Francisco and I'm this year's PCN Director. I would like to warmly welcome you all to Kasamahan's 51st Annual Philippine Cultural Night, Marahuyo. Formerly known as Barrio Fiesta, our PCN, or Philippine Cultural Night, is an entirely student-led and community-supported production. Our PCN includes Philippine folk dances, modern dances, skit, choir, spoken word, martial arts, and for the first time ever, sabayang pagbigkas. This year, we celebrate our 51st Annual Philippine Cultural Night! Yay! With humble beginnings, our PCN began 51 years ago in USF's cafeteria. We then moved to USF Presentation Theater, and now we're here in SFSU McKenna Theater. With its long-standing history, our PCN has taken many shapes and forms, and inspired many to share their stories and community with one another. Tonight, we carry on this legacy with the hope to enchant you all with the love we all carry for the Philippine culture.
Hello, I'm Ari Antonio.
I'm Francis Eusebio.
And I'm Erica Key.
And we are your
co-chairs.
So essentially, Marahuyo was made after reflecting on our lived experiences of the Philippine culture. And I think that one of the things that we realized was the Filipino culture or the Filipino type of love was very distinct, at least from my experiences. I thought whenever back home in the Philippines, whenever we'd either eat dinner, lunch, or breakfast, my family or friends would always say "kain tayo," which means "come eat with us." And it was a very community-oriented approach, and I think that's something that we wanted to highlight with this year's PCN.
I think the main reason why I wanted to join cultural committee was to first and foremost learn more about my culture. It's always been like something that has been a part of my identity but I never explored before, so I thought cultural committee would be a good way to learn the depths of Philippine culture and also learn it with other Filipino Americans. And I think it's so exciting to put a show together that showcases Filipino dance, music, just Filipino arts in general.
The reason why I decided to join cultural committee as a co-chair was honestly to bring back that PCN magic that a lot of the cast emphasized a lot throughout the season. I think that's my main thing of why I also always come back to participating in PCN. My freshman year, all my seniors, upperclassmen had always emphasized that PCN magic as well. So as a co-chair and as an upperclassman, I wanted to bring that as well to the kasamas that are younger than me, or even just like my fellow kasamas that are the same year. I think that PCN magic just carries on that feeling of sense of community and just like again learning more about the Filipino culture that either a lot of us are well known or have a lot of knowledge in or lack the knowledge of. So I think it's just a space for us all to be together. And then again, that PCN magic, big emphasis on that. I don't know, you just feel it throughout the whole process of building the show. And then during the 2 show days that we do have, I feel like it just kind of makes it more exciting to perform for like friends and family.
For me, I think that to have a space wherein people of different identities can come together, not necessarily being only Filipino born, but also being Filipino. Throughout this 3-month process that we had so far, I've seen so much people be so happy in the dance and just be so proud. And in and outside of the space, I've heard a lot of comments of people being like, "Oh, like this makes me so happy to be Filipino," like blah 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 blah, or it's something that really, I guess, lessens the distance of that search for identity. And I think being able to help them in their journey in the process is what really ignites me. Wow!
Hi, my name is Alyssa and I am one of your CC interns.
Hi, my name is Ina Mamba and I'm also one of your CC interns.
When I came here to USF, I really wanted to be a part of a space that is involved with the Filipino culture, and I felt, and after learning about PCN, I felt that I wanted to contribute and really feel the magic within our Filipino culture. And I felt that CC was the best way to do it. And yeah.
Besides wanting to become more involved in Kasamahan versus my first year, I had a really positive experience in PCN 50th year with interacting with other dancers and my leads as well, and learning that one of my leads was going to become the next year's Philippine Culture Night Director. I wanted to be a pillar for her and to help contribute as much as I can. I also have a lot of love for Filipino culture, and I thought this position would be the best way to learn more about it and also be in a space with other people who are passionate and wanted to learn and grow as well.
Hi, I'm Jerome Andrew Faustino, and I am the leads for Mazurka Boholana, Miligoy de Cebu, and Polkaball. So Mazurka Boholana is a social ballroom dance originating from Bohol. For this rendition, we'll be highlighting the elements of Maria Clara through a parasol, a fan, a paño or a handkerchief, and a manton. Miligoy de Cebu, originating from Cebu, is performed with bamboo castanets, also a social ballroom dance. And for this rendition, we'll be telling the story of Miligoy and his interactions with the party. Polkaball is a dance performed and originating from Atimonan, Quezon. It's a combination of the valse or the waltz and the polka from the introduction of the Europeans.
Hello everyone, my name is Christian Bowker and I am leading Banderetas. So Banderetas is a Spanish influenced dance. It originates from Danza Iloilo, which is in the Visayas region of the Philippines. For those of you who don't know, when Spain conquered the Philippines, there was a lot of influences and impact that they left behind, and one of them was being dance and attire. And so banderetas actually means tambourines. And you will find that our female identifying dancers are holding tambourines, and they pretty much shake to the rhythm, and they're very elegant, and they do a lot of these spins. And then in our male identifying dancers, they focus more on complicated footwork, and they will be holding castanets, which they also keep to the dance. But it's a very fun dance, and I'm super excited for all of y'all to see it.
I'm Lariel Banao, and I'm one of the Dinaklisan leads.
And I'm Megan Ponce, and I'm the other Dinaklisan lead.
Dinaklisan is a dance from Ilocos Norte, and it celebrates the fishing industry and its many contributions to the entire region of Ilocos Norte, specifically Corimao.
And then we picked this dance because me, Lariel, and I are Ilocano. Our dance is also very traditional in the way that we constructed it, but we also do have elements of like a very theatrical moment as the dance has evolved to be more theatrical over the years.
Hello, my name is Kiara Francisco and I am the dance lead for Itiketik. So Itiketik is a barrio dance which comes from Surigao del Norte. It comes from a story where the town's best dancer named Kanang was dancing at a party when she was inspired by ducks in a nearby pond. All the people around her loved her dancing and joined along with her. The dance name is called Itiketik because itik means duck in Tagalog. It's now danced all throughout the Philippines and then also here on our stage tonight.
Hi, my name is Cass Basco and I'm the lead for Karacha. Karacha is a courtship dance originating from the Visayas region. This dance mimics a rooster and a hen and is normally performed at weddings. And this dance is split up into 3 different parts. It begins with a waltz, followed by a chase, and it ends with the rooster flirting heavily with the hen.
Hi, my name is Nico Martellino, and I'm one of your technical colleagues from the series PCN 50.
Hi, my name is Beatrice Salvador, and I'm the other tinikling coach for this series.
Yeah, so tinikling is, in my opinion, one of the most popular dances back in the Philippines, and also like what we've brought here. So tinikling originated on the island of Leyte, which is in the Visayas region, and it essentially represents the movement of the tickling birds. So essentially, farmers would like try to trap these tickling birds that would like went through their plantations using these bamboo sticks. So tickling is basically just representing those tickling birds.
So tickling was a form of rebellion before, but now we see it as a popularized dance. So a lot of these people took it as a way to kind of turn over that punishment and then make it something beautiful to themselves. So now before it was punishment, but now we see it as a skillful dance right now that we see before us in this year.
Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm a freshman and I'm leading Hip Hop 1.
Hi, my name is Como. I'm a sophomore and I'm leading Hip Hop 2.
So pretty much hip hop in like the context of the Filipino or Filipinx community has pretty much been used as an expression, whether that be as a form of activism or as an art form. It's just really been used as a means to express ourselves.
And it helped the Filipinx community stay resilient during discrimination and prejudice.
Hi, my name is Sloan Downing. I'm a third-year art history major and I'm the lead for Medley. Medley is a all-encompassing dance. It takes dances from several different styles. A lot of these styles are different types of ballroom dancing, and yeah, it's a fun time.
Hi, my name is Francis Eusebio and I lead Sabayan Pagpigkas. So Sabayan Pagpigkas is essentially a fusion of skit, dance, and spoken word, which are all the aspects that we have here in PCN. So this year's Sabag, the piece for this year's Sabag is actually written by some alumni and some current members of Kasamahan, and actually two of them are performers in this year's Sabayan Pagpigkas. And the story is about really trying to bridge that distance between the Filipino identity, the natives coming from the Philippines, and the Filipino-American identity. And it's a story of liberation, self-acceptance, and just fighting for really what you stand for.
Hi, I'm Jess Murray.
I'm Marissa Mabonig.
And we are your PMA leads. So PMA is Philippine Martial Arts, and in this we showcase Philippine martial arts along with other martial arts, but we mainly focus on Balintawak.
Balintawak is a type of arnis that was created in the Philippines in Cebu. It was created during the Spanish decree that was banning the possession of blades, thus encouraging people to use sticks instead.
In the show, we will showcase the 12 basics of Balintawak and also choreographed fights from our fighters. Hope you enjoy!
My name is Mia Echevarria Morelli and I'm one of the choir leads.
And my name is Ella Santos and I'm the other choir lead.
Choir in general is just a place where people can come together and sing beautiful songs. And it's really important in the Filipino culture because to me growing up, it was a way for my family to connect through music. And I see that all around me whenever I'm in a choir.
Yeah, and this year we decided to choose the song Misty because of our theme of Marahuyo. And so the intricacies of the melodies and the harmonies kind of mimic that feeling of falling in love, of being enchanted.
Hi, my name is Joel Prudencia, and I'm the Executive Director of Kasamahan at USF for the 2023-2024 academic year, and I'm also the dance lead for Karasugayon. So Karasugayon is the dance of the Tuboli indigenous people, and this dance portrays a story. And the story that's being told through this dance tells one of sisters who tried to get this attention of a polygamous man who looks for his next wife. The women specifically use malongs as they dance, and they also wear bells around their ankles and their waist to attract the attention of the man.
Hi, I'm Kim Medina. Hi, I'm Jada Johnson.
Hi, I'm Justin Aquino.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Fox.
And we are
Skit Committee! So when we first think of Marahuyo, almost always the first thing we think of is love. And so Skit 1, titled Sinta, is about a love story between Megan and Fred. So throughout the story, we learn how Megan and Fred fell in love with each other and how through stolen glances in class and study sessions in the library, how they became to be with one another. I won't spoil much, but their love story wasn't always so smooth. So I hope that through this skit, people remember how love can make us do things that we never expected ourselves to do.
Skit 2 is a different viewpoint of Marahuyo, where skit 1 looks at like the traditional definition we all think of enchantment by means of love. Through skit 2, we wanted to explore enchantment with one's own culture. So we explored this between the friendship of Kamala and James. And Kamala and James are both Filipino students. They're from the same year in college, and they're both in the same friend group, and they're obviously really close, but they both come from very different backgrounds. While James grew up surrounded by Philippine culture, fluent in Bisaya, Kamala grew up in a predominantly white town. And the skit kind of deals with their two different identities clashing and them still being able to grow from that and learn with each other in terms of getting connected to their culture. Although they do it in different ways, they do it together.
And skit 3, titled Ilum, it means healing wound. And this one is focusing on the idea of enchantment through self-discovery. So we see a character that has been through and heard all these stories from Christelle to James, to Fred and Mia, and Christelle, who is closely associated with all of these stories. And she's trying to find her own enchantment. But in the end, is it really the same as those? Can she really find that enchantment that she long desires through the same stories that she's experienced? And in the end, she finds that within herself.
So essentially, it's what everyone's been saying so far. We wanted Marahuyo not to just mean enchantment and love. We wanted it to be something that is more than that. It could be like in skit 2, where it's two best friends coming together, understanding their culture, to skit 3, where Christelle's finding herself. Marahuyo can be so much more than just love or love at first sight, and we wanted to really encapsulate that this year.
I think definitely my favorite altogether was definitely Singhil for my senior year, just because it kind of encapsulates all the people who are in my year performing this big performance, you know, with a lot of different parts involved. You have the Asig, and then you also have like the, you know, the procession march, and then I forgot the name with the 3 dancers, you know, with doing their, I remember just the shoulder thing. I just forgot. I just think of Rudy with his shoulder every single time. And then also Kuya Janjan, who is just an amazing dancer and performer, and just being part of it, you know, with being one of the fangirls, being an actual fangirl, and just all of my friends, to be honest. Yeah, and just seeing the whole, you know, you're part of something, and then it creates a bigger picture towards the end, and especially since my final year of being part of PCN, being part of PCN was like its comeback year to in-person things, and we changed a lot of few other things to make it more, you know, honed to true with what we want to portray or show to our friends and family, and also just for ourselves who are not in Filipino culture before, but you know, as we're learning, as we're still developing, as we're still growing in our lives, we still have that part with us, and no one can take that away from you. So like, it's your own journey if you want to learn, or if that's just enough for you as it is. You know, I can't judge you on that.
Hello everyone, Josh Daneros, alumni from class of 2023, and my favorite memory from PCN was the 50th year Tadhana. I very much got to know some of my closest friends from college because of PCN. You know, a lot of the people that I'm happy to see perform this year. You know, making the trip out from the East Coast to see everyone, and I am super excited to go down memory lane and, you know, remember the last few years performing in PCN, especially with everyone in Maglalatik. You know, I think that we all grew and learned so much from each other, and you could see it on stage when we were all together. The dance was about having fun and really encapsulating the barrio life. And I think we did that. I think that, both the performers, the people in the background that were helping us and hyping us up, really showed the crowd to be excited for the dance. And, that made me excited to be a part of the performance. So that's my favorite memory.
To me, Marahuyo is the heart of PCN. For everyone here, our goal is not only put on a show, but to deepen our affection and love for the Philippine culture.
Falling in love with my culture, trying to get closer to it as much as I can through all the amazing friends that I've met.
Marahuyo, as we know, is enchantment, so it is my love for relearning my culture from the experiences I couldn't have when I was younger through these safe affinity spaces known as Kasamahan and through PCN.
The theme Marahuyo, as you probably have read in the program, means to enchant. And when I think of enchantment, I tend to gravitate towards falling in love and falling in love for the first time and what exactly that looks like. And I think a lot of my first in terms of diving into the Filipino culture and learning and unlearning what it means to be Filipino or Filipino American has been something so beautiful and amazing to witness and experience. And so in this space, within this community of Kasamahan, I have fallen in love so many times. I have fallen in love with the people, I have fallen in love with the community that has been planted here. I have fallen in love with the person that I have become and grown to be. And I even fallen in love with PCN because it brings me a little bit much more closer to the culture that I always tried to encapsulate, but also try to let them know. And it just served as an opportunity for me to get to know myself, but also where exactly I'm rooted.
Marahuyo to me is about love, and not just familial love, romantic love. It's about all types of love, and even about love with one's own culture.
What I think is that Marahuyo has been me being enchanted by Dinaklisan and what we've both made of it as people from Ilocos, and I've just fallen in love with the dance in general, I think.
To me, Marahuyo means, of course, the traditional translation of enchantment, but also community in a way. As Nico and I have developed our Tinikling dance, we've seen community and just a lot of growth in our dancers, and I think Marahuyo in a way is not only enchanted by the sticks, the dances, but also the people in it. And I hope that all my other dancers in our Tinikling dance felt that as well. And I hope you guys all see it throughout our show.
What Marahuyo means to me, it means slowly falling in love with a lot of things. So it could be people, yourself, and life. And for me personally, I see it a lot in PCN, starting from the PCN magic, but also within my dancers that I see throughout all of the years, them slowly growing to love what they're doing, whether it's my aspect or the others, and seeing how tight they get with a lot of the people in their dances, and seeing all their the joy and the joy in their eyes.
Marahuyo means enchantment, and for me, my love of dance and enchantment came from when my dad was playing 2000s music around the house, and I used that, and that inspired my set, so I made my set a 2000s inspired set because my love from dance came from that era of music.
Marahuyo to me is not simply a fleeting moment or a fleeting glance. It's something that I guess can happen again and again and reignite the same feeling of passion or enjoyment or spark the same love that you feel every single time you experience it.
Marahuyo means to me a lot of enchantment through movement and how the alluringness of moves and how the interconnectedness of it all is enchanting to me, as that was my introduction to the Kasamahan space.
Marahuyo is like falling in love or finding out about love. For me, it is finding love about our culture, getting to learn it, grasp it, and
ultimately learning more about what we do as a whole and what our ancestors have done, and it is us appreciating what has led us to this point in time.
Well, of course, being enchanted or falling in love, but really I've found Marahuyo within this space, within this culture. I know that I have grown a deeper love and appreciation of all the good and the bad parts of our culture through PCN, through the people that I've met here. And so this theme is just really special and just makes me think of all of the memories that I've made throughout my time here.
So while Marahuyo can invoke magical or fantasy connotations, I think for myself it also signifies being captivated by newfound knowledge, the experience of learning, but in a loving way. I've embarked on so many journeys of discovery within my time and space in Kasamahan, and that is kind of what I summarize Marahuyo to be. For performers and the audience members that are here tonight, PCN serves as this space where we immerse ourselves in learning and falling in love with and rediscovering this sort of affection and passion for Philippine culture. So for me, Marahuyo celebrates love in all its forms while urging all of ourselves to live in the present moment.
When I think of Marahuyo or enchantment, I think of perseverance. Weirdly enough, I think when you're enchanted by something, you're constantly in a process of like wanting to learn more about it, grow more, and even change yourself to align with what you're enchanted by, right? So I think that definition aligns most with me, like injecting meaning into something and finding passion and curiosity about something, being enchanted by something in that way. I think that's like the best kind of encapsulation of what Marahuyo means to me. I think it has a lot to do with like love and learning, and I think Marahuyo or enchantment is one of like the closest things that we have to like magic in real life, you know, learning and growing and like always kind of pursuing something that you find interest in. That's enchantment, right?
Marahuyo is a kind of entrancement, not a love, but like a kind of like drawn toward feeling that you can't really describe, but you just feel it when you feel that, when you see those like certain topics, you see those certain people, when you just like see something and you just feel like so like entrailed to like follow it and just like experience it.
Yeah, I think we have a very good group of dancers that we very like connect with, and there's kind of like an enchantment of going to practice each week and being able to like share what we have with those people.
When I thought of Marahuyo, I thought of when I first started technically, like back at home. That's how I like fell in love with my Filipino culture, and I saw that in Kasamahan. And so B and I tried to bring our personal experiences of Marahuyo for everyone else to experience this year's PCN.
To me, Marahuyo is really like an enchantment, and again, it really is like that feeling of falling in love. And personally, with my piece, I really wanted to show like how I fell in love with Philippine street hip hop and how amazing and how vibrant and colorful it is. And I just really wanted to highlight that kind of aspect of Filipino street hip hop on stage. Yeah.
For me, Marahuyo means, I guess, like falling in love. But I think specifically it's that little like giddy feeling, that little kilig that you feel in your stomach. And that could be with anyone, whether it's people, romantic interests, family, friends, loved ones. I think it could also be culture like we talked about. I think for me, I definitely found it in the space of Kasamahan and the people that I met here that I'll forever cherish.
And I think what Marahuyo means to me within music is finding that love and peace that you feel when you're singing with others. Because I think whenever you are a part of a community, finding that collaboration and having those moments that click where you're all together, all like singing together, feeling the music together, it's very, very magical. And so that's what that means to me as well.
To me, like it's echoing a lot of what other people have been saying so far, but Marahuyo is also a yearning for something, or just like basically like its definition enchantment, like falling in love with something, someone, or like Kim was saying, like your culture. It can honestly be anything, and that's what I think is so amazing about Marahuyo. It's so tangible. tangible.
As this year's PCN director and Itikitik dance lead, Marahuyo is my personal journey and the journey I experience with all those alongside me on and beyond the stage. We come to this place for Marahuyo. We come to PCN to laugh, to cry, to care. Because of that, all of us, that indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. And we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just enchanted, but somehow reborn. Together, dazzling dances on a huge stage. Sounds that I can feel. Pride feels good in a place like this. Our culture feels like the best part of us, and our stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here they are, PCN, where Marahuyo unfolds.